Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Showdown Live. Now, I do want to say that I hope you guys all have a great new year. This is the last video of 2015 on my channel. Should be, right? Tomorrow is the 31st, right? I don't know, I'm tired. But in any case, this is the last video of 2015. So I hope you guys have all had, a good year. And here's to the best of 2016. I'm actually really looking forward to it. A lot of stuff is happening for me, but in any case, let's look for a battle. We're using the Sand Superior Aerodactyl team that I found on my team builder, and it looks pretty fun. So our opponent has like 900 Aerodactyl counters, and this thing doesn't even have Pursuit on this team. I guess it doesn't matter. Hey, I guess it doesn't matter on this team because I do have Tornadus to pivot between. You two, man. Love how my Azu switching his Hippo. I'm actually going to lead off with Keldeo because if he leads off with Chomp, I just want to go right for the HP Ice and knock it out. And with that timer, it's a little bit friendly. I like how he wished me fun and not luck. I can respect that. Can definitely respect that. But as for game plans, I don't think Excadrill is going to be doing any sweeping. This guy has... How are you going to have 5 Excadrill counters on your team? Azu, or Chex, whatever. Azu, Landorus, Bisharp, Garchomp, even Charizard can check it to an extent. Like, come on. You could see Superior, though, winning this game. Definitely has the potential to win this game. Hector unlocked, is promoted to Room Voice. Alright, I'm just going to ignore opponent and spectators. I don't feel like fighting with this, but I'm going to lead off with Keldeo because it threatens everything on his team, bar Azu or Latios as leads. He actually ends up leading off with Azu. That's pretty unfortunate for me. I also do not have a switch into this monster, so what I'm actually going to do is switch out into my Hippowdon. I really don't have a switch into this monster. Why is this team so weak to... Does TTC make this team? Whatever, I have a Hippowdon. As much as I don't want to use a Hippowdon because... it's not like Sand really does much, but it does help me check his Charizard. I'm sure Aerodactyl can do that as well. I kind of expect him to just go right for Waterfall here. We'll be able to figure out what variant of Azu he is, though. I'm hoping that he's banded and he goes for Play Rough and misses. Because best case scenario for me, he goes for Play Rough and he is banded. I go Hippo and it's not 2 KO'd. It's not 2 KO'd. He actually goes Latios immediately. Didn't even want to play around with Skull Burn. It's really interesting. But I'm going to go for my rocks right here. If he wants to drop a Draco, that's cool. I mean, I could probably Stealth Rock into... I could probably Stealth Rock into... slack off on this thing. I could also switch out to Tornadus after. Actually, if he hard switches back onto Azu, I could be in a bad situation. But I'm really surprised he hard switches Azu. Does he not want it to be burnt? Like, was he fearing Scald that much that he didn't want it to be burnt? But in any case, we can get up rocks versus this thing, as we are able to tank that Psychic not too well, though. Definitely not that well at all. You could definitely see him going for the defog right here. I kind of want to be a bit aggressive and just go for slack off and get back up to full HP, but I don't think I need to. I guess I can just go out into my Tornadus because if he doesn't go for defog, then I get off a knockoff. If he actually drops a Draco or takes any more Sand plus Life Orb damage, he will go down to a knockoff from my Torn. So he doesn't go for defog, like I was just talking about. However, he doesn't have a solid switch into this monster, so he really doesn't. I can just go for knockoff right here. If I knock off Garchomp's... Do I have Ice Fang on this Arrow? No, I do not. I was going to say if I knock off his Rocky Helmet, maybe Arrow can do a little bit of work versus him. I'm assuming that is Scarf Landorus or Dual Dance plus Defensive Chomp. He actually stays in. So he's going to go down to Sand right here as he goes for Roost. Which I don't mind because U-turn, it might be able to knock him out. Maybe this did do 69. So yeah, it should be able to do... that much. I mean, in any case, he's already in range of Keldeo's Hydro Pump plus Sand, so Latios isn't going to be the best of switch-ins, as he does stay in. That's cool, though. I mean, I do have my Aerodactyl, which I can Mega Evolve. The Sand is still up, so I can actually take one hit if I need to, as he is going to drop a Draco. So I do take that hit, and he is going to not go down because I already locked off his Life Orb. Excuse me. What I actually want to do right here is double into my Keldeo. I guess if he fears Pursuit, he might just stay in, but I could definitely see him switching out into his Garchomp right now, so I do want to be able to click Scald. I want to be a bit aggressive. At the same time, what I could do is go out to Hippowdon and reset the Sand. Also get off a slack off and then get up my rocks. I might try that. But then again, I guess if he fears me to go for Pursue, he might just stay in. So Mega Evolve and Stone Edge might just be the better play. As he goes Bisharp. So Bisharp is out. We already got off some crucial damage on him. I really don't mind if he Sucker Punches. Do I want my Keldeo to lose? I'll go Keldeo. Yeah, chances are he's going to Sucker Punch right here, and I can just fire off Scalds pretty freely. I guess Aerodactyl's okay because it allows me to dodge Earthquakes from this guy. It can also check a Zard Y, though he looks like he is Zard X, but he could very well be Zard Y, I suppose, because he does have Bisharp to deal with, with the Lotties, and he also has these two, but I'm pretty sure it's Zard X. But I can click Scald right now. I will be able to knock him out. He switches back out into Latios after setting up the Swords Dance, so that's definitely going to be able to knock out that Latios. His Water Resist is still his Azumarill, and that is still a huge problem to this team, actually. I got a text. I'm not sure who it's from. In any case, Keldeo is... Charizard is going to come out, excuse me. I'm not sure what type of Charizard this is just yet. If it's Zard Y, I think I want to actually go out into my, if it's Zard X, I think the play 100% is going out to Arrow, because if it's Zard X, then I have to, let's say I go Tornadus, I have to go Arrow right here. If he's Zard Y, it's easier dealt with. He is Zard X. If he was Zard X, basically, and I went out into, Torn, he could DD up twice, but I can now go out into my Hippowdon, get up the Sand, and, can I take a Flamethrower from that thing? Let's actually calc. Let's calc. What is this? 229 Spadef. Okay. Hippowdon. Either way, I wanted to get up the Sand. That was like the only play anyway. OU. Mixed Wall. I have a little bit more than this. Just pop it up a little. 229. Okay. Mega Charizard. Mega Charizard. Because if not, the play is just going straight into Keldeo from there. Oh, you Drought Wall Breaker. Flamethrower. That is a Fire Blast. Okay. Flamethrower. 1. 2. We're in Sand. Flamethrower does 42 to 49. If he is modest. Do I risk him being modest? If he's modest, it does 46 to 40. 54%. I'm at 53, so I think I can afford going for the Roost right here. Or Slack Off, excuse me. As he is going to go for the continuous Flamethrower. Again, Slack Off is just the best play in general. I can nab him with a Stone Edge, I think, but I think Slack Off is better, especially now that I know he's Zard Y. As long as he doesn't burn me, I'm okay, and eventually I will be able to get back up to a decent amount of HP, so I'm actually kind of tempted to go right for the Stone Edge and just knock him out. I think I'm going to go for it, as he actually goes Azu. That's fine, though. Any chip damage on Azu is nice, depending on the variant that it is. I am actually not sure at all, and I guess Scarflando could be a problem, potentially. I'm actually going to go Torn, because I can go for Knockoff versus this thing. I don't want to take a Waterfall. He is Choice Banded 130%. Good lord. However, this monster is going to be able to come out right now, and I will be able to click Leaf Storm. Alternatively, I could click Glare, but I think Leaf Storm is just a better play. I want to knock out Azu. I guess you could see Charizard coming out right now. Definitely. It actually goes Landorus, though. Takes a hell of a lot. Good lord. He's going to be able to hit me with... Unfortunately, I don't have Dragon Pulse on this thing. And that would be really, really nice. I'm pretty positive that Bisharp goes down to +2 Leaf Storm, though, so I can fire off another Leaf Storm. I will be able to take his U-turn right now, and I'm pretty positive that Bisharp will go down to a +2 Leaf Storm, Life Orb boosted. Yes, so we are able to get rid of Bisharp. Really nice. And his Landorus is weakened, so you could potentially see... he could very well go for Earthquake right now if he wants to. I wouldn't go for U-turn if I was my opponent. I want to save this just because it does threaten a lot of his team. I'm going to go Keldeo just in case he goes for U-turn over Earthquake. As he does. Okay, cool. So he very well could have went for Earthquake right there, because it probably wouldn't have 2-hit KO'd my, my Hippo. However, it just would have done a lot of damage. What am I trying to win with? Because I'm in a pretty bad situation at this point. I might have to go out into my... my X-Drill. He actually goes into Zard Y, though. I don't think Zard Y takes Hydro Pump at 88% from Specs Keldeo. Yes, it is in the sun, so let's put that back up. I really don't think it takes it from Specs Keldeo in the sun. Yeah, 79 to 93. It's a roll. Do I risk that roll? He might just go back onto his Azu. I kind of want to risk this roll because if I get rid of Zard-Y, then it's not going to be... I feel like I have to risk the roll as opposed to going on to Hippo. Because he could very well just go Flimper. He might just go Flimper. I'm going to try and risk this roll. If he randomly doubles, then we get off a Hydro Pump on anything. Any damage is nice. It's a good roll for him, but I do get it in my favor, so we are able to knock out his Charizard. Does this one have any HP investment? I don't know. Well, it does not. But Azu is going to come back out, and I believe at this point we sack Superior to the Play Rough as he actually misses. That is so big for him. Holy crap, dude. That sucks completely. Basically, the end game was to have Extra Drill with the Sand Rush still at BA Air, have Keldeo so he can't spam Aqua Jet to win. Now he just straight up loses to this monster. Because Garchomp is going to come out, and I can fire off a Leaf Storm, do a hell of a lot. There's actually no point in me going for the Leaf Storm again, even though he could go back to Azu, just because he is now in range of Earthquake. But I'm going to go for it anyway. Nah, Dragon Pulse is just the best play. Just knocking out his Garchomp. And now I just click Aqua Jet to win the game. Iron Head, excuse me. I click Iron Head to win the game. So Lanners is going to come out, and I can even click Scald if I wanted to. No, the play is go back on the Hippo, reset the sand, as he is going to go for U-turn, make Azu take the damage, force it to go for Waterfall or something, sack Superior, and then go for Iron Head twice and win the game. So we sack Superior. If he goes for Aqua Jet, then I go out into my Keldeo. If he goes for Waterfall, I go back out to Extra Drill. That crit really sucked for my opponent. It definitely turned the tide in my favor, as opposed to having to do certain moves in order to win. I think it got a lot easier from there. So we're able to knock out his Lanners. Everybody and their mom goes for Iron Head there. It also knocked out Azu, and I could just click Earthquake. Even if he wants to go for the Aqua Jet, that is fine. He definitely goes... I definitely go down to that attack. However, I can now just go out to Keldeo and just click Scald. Scald is my most accurate move. We already know he's banded. Just the fact that my Tornadus dropped, and we can just win by going out into Hippo and setting up the sand. Even though I didn't have to, Scald was a better play, but I just want to see how much it did. But that's going to be a good game to our opponent right there, and we are going to look for another game right now. I love this background, by the way. Again, got pretty lucky in that match, and I don't know, it would have been a little bit... I think I could have definitely won. I think I had the means to win. I just would probably have to play a little bit. I mean, you always have to play anyway, but I definitely got lucky with that Play Rough miss. But I mean, if you don't want to miss, you use Play Nice instead of Play Rough. Nah, that really sucked. But I don't really like this team at all. I'm not a fan of non-Ice Fang Arrow, especially on this team. Like, why wouldn't you have Ice Fang on it? I just don't want to change it, just because I'm sure they had that set for a reason. But I just don't want to change it because, like, the stat. But what I'm saying is, why would you not have Ice Fang? Because Ice Fang supports the... Ice Fang really supports the Extra Drill sweep, especially because Pokemon like Garchomp and Lanners are what come in. So, in this game, you can actually see Aerodactyl putting in work versus his team. You know what else puts in work? This monster right here. And Keldeo, too. Show me a Specs Keldeo switch-ins with a little bit of Weaken Rotom. I'm actually leading off at Superior, just in case he wants to lead off with Rotom, because I can just click Leaf Storm, as he actually ends up leading off with Scizor. Unfortunately, I'm not confident that I can take him out. And he's going to go right for U-turn. And he's going to U-turn out into Rotom versus this thing, because that is definitely Zardex. Because even though this is a Pursuit Trapper, I'm pretty sure this is Zardex. And he's going to go out to Rotom, and I'm going to go out to my Superior, and I'm going to get burnt by the Will-O-Wisp. This handy dandy calculator. I doubt a Life Orb HP Fire knocks out a Scizor, even if it's a regular Scizor. OU Choice Band. Yum. Absorbed. Whatever. We bring out Hippo on the U-turn. He's going to go out into Rotom. It's going to happen. Good thing is Hippo walls Scizor. It can take on Thundurus. And he's Chesto Resto Rotom. That is good to know. I don't necessarily need Tornadus in this game, so I'm actually not going to let my Superior get burnt or Volt Switched on at all. I also want to see what type of variant he is. Is that offensive Rotom? 44%? I know I'm calcing a lot, and I don't usually calc because I don't usually... I mean, I used to calc a lot more, and I always calc when I care enough. But like right now, it's just like, you know, I'm chilling. That has some sort of investment. As he's gonna go out into his Thunders again. This one doesn't matter too much, so I'm actually just gonna go for knockoff. I get a crit as he has Life Orb. Goes for Focus Blast on Fort. Unfortunate indeed. Bet you Heat Wave knocks him out now. Yeah, we're gonna go for Heat Wave right here. He's gonna Thunder Wave me. I don't mind that. I do get fully paralyzed. However, he tried to predict my extra drill. I don't want to let those things happen, so I wasn't gonna go out to drill right there. I don't want to go out to Hippo because I can go for the... I can slack off later. Again, this mon doesn't matter too much to me, though. I guess I should keep it because it dodges Earthquakes from extra drill. I'm not too worried about drill. So I'm gonna go for Heat Wave right here. He is gonna go right for Thunderbolt. Again, I didn't want to risk my Hippo right there, as I can now go out to Hippo. Had I hit Heat Wave, he would have been gone. But again, he missed Focus Blast. Not that it mattered in that sense. Because he's in Life Orb, he cannot deal with me, as I will be able to go right back up to full HP. As Mandibuzz is gonna come out, and again, show me your Keldeo. Even if you knock off my specs, bro, which I'm okay with, because I'll be able to switch it up from Hydro Pumps into Secret Swords if I want to. I'm going for Scald 100%, as Rotom is going to come out. We'll be able to see if this thing is Scarf Rotom. I'm pretty sure he's defensive. Yeah, or Specs. I'm not sure. But Specs doesn't make sense. So he did about the damage that we wanted before. Just going to go for Volt Switch. I'm about to... The play is going... Arrow puts in work, man. I'm so impatient. I just don't want him Volt Switching on my Serp, man. It's annoying whenever he comes out. He has Chest Arrest Rotom, like I already said. You know what? Even though Serp can do... Serp doesn't do anything. You know what? We're weakening this Scizor to 1 Stealth Rock switching. I don't mind sacking Serp. I'd rather weaken it, that way it can't come in on a weaker move from my Aerodactyl, as Aerodactyl is going to kill his team. So... I'm good with that. We're going Hippo. Even though he doesn't have good Keldeo switchings, I feel like Hippo plus Extra Drill beat him anyway. So I'm gonna go out into my Keldeo on the Hydro Pump, and the play is to go for Secret Sword right here and weaken his Rotom just a bit for my Aerodactyl. I don't mind that he goes for the rest because he's burning his Chesto Berry 1 and 2. We're gonna be able to. I mean, he's gonna be a little bit higher HP, yes, but he's not gonna have a switch into my. He's not gonna have a switch in to my Aerodactyl soon. I'm putting a lot on Aerodactyl in this game. However, we're gonna go for Scald to get that burn on that Mandibuzz. Nice, as he's gonna go for the knockoff, double knockoff. I do not mind that. Scald does 33%, so Hydro Pump should definitely be able to do 45%. A little bit stronger, about 30% stronger. So Mandibuzz is gone. One of the Pokemon that could potentially beat my my Hippo, as Charizard is gonna come out. Interestingly enough, and. I'm going for Hydro Pump on this Zardex. I don't want to hard switch into Hippo. As he goes for Dragon Dance. Now I can hard switch into Hippo. Got the Sand. If he goes for Roost, that's fine. Yep. And do we want to get a Rocks here? No. Sacking Keldeo is the play that way. I can, he's DD Wisp. What? I'm glad that worked out for me. I do not have Scald on this thing, though, unfortunately. I'm actually hard switching into Extra Drill right here, because he has DD Wisp. I expected him to DD twice. We'll see if he's actually faster than me, because he again, because he's DD Wisp, I didn't think he was. So we already know he's DD Wisp now. He's already Mega Evolved. I think the play is just to weaken this thing for Aerodactyl again. He might just go for Volt Switcher. I actually flinch him, unfortunately for my opponent. Again, trying to weaken for Aerodactyl is the play. I'm going for Rock Slide again. Aerodactyl plus Hippo wins if we can kill this Mon. So I will be able to go out into my Aerodactyl now, and Stone Edge will be able to knock him out at that range. That flinch was unfortunate for my opponent, but I went for it, so I don't care. Again, Aerodactyl plus Hippo just wins. And I don't think I let Charizard set up at all versus me. Even a burnt Hippo wins. So Excadrill is going to come out. So we are able to finally Mega Evolve. What is this? What is this? Hello? Where's my Whitney? It's not going for Iron Head. Oh, I don't see a problem with Hippowdon anyway, even if he goes for Iron Head. And what I can do right now is set up my Stealth Rock on the Rotom switch. So those rocks are going to be nice to pressure the Thundurus. Rotom again comes out, but I can just sack Keldeo at this point, as he does go for Hydro Pump. And he is going to take the Stealth Rock hit, however. Yeah, he's going to take Stealth Rock after. I still have to go for, unfortunately I still have to go for the Stone Edge at that range, as he isn't going to sack Rotom. He actually makes the hard switch directly into Excadrill. Wow. I don't want to go directly into Powder. I think I have to make the play and go for Fire Fang, predicting him to Rapid Spin, as that works out for me. So I am able to get off the Fire Fang and knock him out. That is big, because now he has to go out to Scizor. And do I have to make the play again, predicting this guy? I might have to make the play predicting him. Definitely going for BP. Yeah, he has to go. If he goes for U-turn, I'm in a bad situation. Maybe. I can live one Hydro Pump. Nope, not after U-turn damage. I have to go Hippo. Do I have to go Hippo? Now I'm trying to think, because then I have to beat Thundurus too. Alright, you know what? We're going to let that timer wear down a little bit before I actually decide. I'm going to let this timer go down. Will he go for BP? I put a lot on Aerodactyl in this game. I count on Aerodactyl to win this game for me. I lose 100% though. Do I? If I dodge 2 Wisp, I guess. I'm going Hippo here. What is he thinking about? If I go Hippo and he BPs, I set up rocks, Scizor dies. Then Rotom gets to come out after. If he goes for U-turn, I think I lose. He did it. He did it, folks. Folks, he did it. But he chooses Charizard over something else, so I still do have a way of winning this, I think. I think I go for rocks as I dodge that. Okay, so 1 rocks are up. Perfect. I have to go for Slack Off right here, so I could just be healthy enough for Thundurus. And do I have to hope that he's really bulky Charizard? I think so. I think I have to go Arrow and hope he's bulky Charizard, as he goes for Double Wisp. However, I don't think that's enough. Everything is so low. I think Stone Edge still knocks this thing out. So we got to go for it right here. Double Wisp was a really risky play. I think he is really bulky Charizard, but I'm pretty sure Stone Edge knocks it out at 57. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we win also, because he won't be able to burn me. He won't be able to paralyze me with Thundurus, so I can clearly go for Aerial Ace and knock it out. So at this point, it comes down to the Stone Edge knock him out. That was a good play, though, going for Double Wisp. But what if I was Whirlwind? I already showed Stone Edge, didn't I? Did I ever show Stone Edge? I never showed Stone Edge on my Hippo. What if I was Whirlwind Hippo? And I just phased him out. Oh, well. Did I show Stone Edge? It shows my PP, right? I never showed Stone Edge, no. I could have been Toxic or Whirlwind Hippo. Oh, well. We go for Edge right here. Hope it knocks out Charizard. Mega Charizard X is very, very bulky. But everything is so low that Arrow might just be able to win this game. We'll see. I do not KO him, as he is going to go for Roost. However, he is giving me the chance to do what Stone Edge does. It either crits or misses. No! He's going to Roost again. Alright, we still have another chance. Couple more chances. One more chance. I think one more, because then this is when I'll just Dragon Claw me. To be honest, I would actually just Dragon Claw me at this point. So we have that chance. Alright, he's giving us another chance. We also have to play around with the burns. The burn turns or whatever. Because he could just rest up. No! Yeah, it's over. Because even if I do get the crit right now and I do knock him out, he could just sack Thundurus, force me to sack anything, and then Rotom just clicks rest and stalls out the rest of my team. And we miss it just to do that. So that's going to be game right there. Wait, what is this? No Dragon Claw Charizard, huh? Alright, anyway, that was an interesting game, to say the least. No Dragon Claw Charizard. So Rotom is an issue for this team. His Volt Turn core was annoying as well, not getting up Stealth Rock. I really didn't expect him to lead off with Scizor, because Rotom just, as you can see, it 1v1s my team, so I thought I had to lead off with Serperior. But I guess he led off with Scizor because it could also just U-turn out versus half my team anyway. So I think early game, Getting up rocks would have been okay, though he would have just gone man to buzz. The Charizard definitely threw me off, but I acknowledge my mistakes as well. Maybe I should have been a bit more aggressive and actually Fire Fanged into the extra drill to prevent the Scizor from coming back. That could have worked. That could have definitely worked. Yeah, that definitely could have worked. But in any case, I just know I got to play a bit more aggressive with Arrow from now on. So that's how I'll do it in the second game. I'll take that into account. It's a little bit late at night though, so I guess we're not taking any people. Let's see where we are on the ladder. Pokeaim on the ladder? Pokeaim. Oh, we're number 68 on the ladder. Not bad. Is Quiescent on the ladder? Sigh, we got a game. Not Sigh, but this is actually a game that's really nice for extra drill. It kills everything. Let me see where Quiescent is. It's right there. I was right in front of my face. 77. Hey, get past, Blender. Even with 900 people on the ladder. 900 people on your account. This guy's a really weak team to extra drill. Very, very weak. I actually like the extra drill lead of my own just in case he leads off with Gardevoir, because I can just click Earthquake. I can honestly just click Earthquake right here. He actually stays in the Mega Evolve. I don't know why. I'm Jolly, so I guess he didn't take into account Jolly, and he was probably timid Gardevoir, but I'm able to knock that out, so that's one Pokemon I gotta risk a tie versus, as his extra drill is gonna come out. I have no problem going directly into my Tornadus and just clicking U-turn right here, as he is gonna go for Rock Slide. Now I have a problem with clicking U-turn, so what I'm actually going to do is go out into my Keldeo, anticipating him to want to go on to Ferrothorn on the U-turn, but he actually goes out to Tyranitar, which is even better because his fighting resist is Latios, and I still do have a few Pokemon on my team. Getting off that damage means into the range of Aerial Ace, which is 1. 2, I can just go out into Hippowdon right here. If he wants to Roost, that is fine. And I can take a Draco. If he goes back out into Ferrothorn, that's fine as well. I'll just try and go for my rocks right here, as he is going to go Keldeo. So those rocks are going to be pressuring that Latios. That actually puts him in range of Stone Edge after rocks, which is good to know. Keldeo is going to come out, and wow, Serperior also has fun versus this guy's team. Holy crap. I think the play is either sack Tornadus and go out to Serperior and click Leaf Storm and win. I like that. I actually like that a lot. So we're going to sack my Tornadus right here, as it's actually not even a sack. Oh, it is a sack because he is Secret Sword. He's actually Scarf Keldeo as well, so that's good to know because now I can go out into my Serperior and click Leaf Storm, as he is going to crit me. However, we are going to be able to knock him out with the Leaf Storm, so even Scarf Keldeo is gone, so one of the Mons that could have checked Arrow, and we also do live one more turn. As his extra drill is going to come out. Not that it particularly matters. And is he going to try and go for the Rapid Spin kill? I don't even think he's Rapid Spin if he's on Balloon. Actually not sure, but I'm going on to my Hippowdon right here, as he goes for the Iron Head, because I can go for Stone Edge and pop his Balloon, and then Hippo beats him 1v1, so I'm going to go for Stone Edge as he goes for the Earthquake, and unfortunately misses. I miss, unfortunately, but I can go for Slack Off now. You would expect Ferrothorn to want to actually come out, because it has not at all, but he ends up going out to Latios. I can go for Slack Off one more time because I can live a Draco, or Psyshock into Draco, and I'd rather him just sack his Latios right here to that attack. Alternatively, I could just sack Serperior right now. I think I'll sack Serperior, because if he goes for Roost, I can go for Galera from there. Nice. So he lets me paralyze his Latios, and I still can't kill it. No. At least I can go Drill. I don't necessarily need Drill because his is on a Balloon. I mean, I'll probably be faster than his anyway because he's more likely Adamant, but I'll go for Iron Head right here. Potential flinch. If he goes Ferrothorn, then I can go for Earthquake after. And just weaken Ferrothorn for Arrow, because Arrow, like I said, can win. Even though Arrow doesn't have Aqua Tail, I like running Aqua Tail when I run Aerodactyl, especially if I'm not running Ice Fang, because that also hits Landorus as well as Gliscor. I just like Ice Fang better in general than the moveset I am running. You don't really see Aerial Ace doing too much besides hitting Keldeo, because besides that, it doesn't really hit anything. I mean, it hits 100% of the time, but besides that, it doesn't generally hit. But you can probably freely go for the Iron Head right here. You know, Keldeo might actually be able to clean up too. How much HP is Keldeo at? 88%. Yeah, it does not die to Drill's Secret Sword, and if I knock out his Latios, which he should acknowledge that I can knock out his Latios right now, then I believe I can just win with Keldeo clicking Secret Sword. Yeah, Secret Sword KOs this, KOs T-Tar, and he already confirmed that he is Smooth Rock T-Tar just because Sand wasn't there for 4 turns, it was definitely there for about 8 turns. or 8 turns is the actual appropriate amount. So he's thinking a little bit if he wants to go for HP Fire and knock me out. I'm fine with trading Excadrill for Latios because then I can go out into Keldeo and get my kill with Secret Sword, as I said prior. If he wants to go Ferrothorn, let that get weakened. I can get my kill with Secret Sword on that thing too. I don't mind. So Arrow Jazz, what do you think? Oh, ironic, his name is Arrow. I like that. And we got Whitney back too. I like that a lot, that we got Whitney right here. This is, you see her points to the top of the ladder? You see her pointing to the top? Whitney is the reason that I am going up to the top. Is this really that Wish Killer dude that's been using that Bisharp since the year 2000 and whatever? I don't know, 10, 12? Good lord. Anyway, this guy's taking a little bit to think about his move. Maybe he's thinking about how he loses to Keldeo right now. He did get that crit on my Superior, which kind of hurt a little bit because it did mean that it wasn't going to be around for longer. Like, if he didn't get that crit, I wasn't going to die to Stealth Rock, which means I wouldn't have sacked it, knowing that I would die to Stealth Rock, but it seems he's taking forever, so I'm actually going to look for another game. While this guy decides to forfeit and give me his points, I'm okay with that completely. I'm definitely okay with that. How do you guys feel about that whole new win-loss thing, that you can erase your wins and losses, but still keep your points? That's interesting. Anyway, we got about 8 points for that, so we're gonna look for another game. But yeah, that's really, let me actually show you guys. It's really weird. /rank. Like you see, okay, mod join. Like you see how I just clicked erase because I was like, does this reset my thing so I can ladder up again? But it just erased all my games. That's so weird. Anyway, we got another game, and oh, Glare Superior, how you are, my friend. I'm leading off straight with you because he leads off with Keldeo or Hippowdon. I do threaten them, and I could just click Glare right off the bat. I think that Aerodactyl could put in some work. I do gotta be careful around his Clef. Excadrill can definitely put in work if I weaken his Hippowdon just a bit, which my team pressures. Really wish that I had Aqua Tail in this game just to hit this thing super effectively for 2 KO. But I'm gonna go for Leer right here, as Tornadus is gonna come out. That is sick. Getting off that on Tornadus is huge. I could honestly just go for Leaf Storm right here on his U-turn, but I think it's better that I go out to my own Tornadus to prevent his Keldeo from coming out. Yeah, and plus I can knock off versus anything on his team, whether it be Lottie, Hippo, Clef even, though I don't want him T-waving me, so I might not be Clef. He is going to go Metagross though, so what I can do is just U-turn right on there. This U-turn damage ensures that Earthquake knocks him out. I mean, it probably would have knocked him out from full anyway. But I can hard switch directly into my Hippo, as he's going to go for Pursuit. Not going to say even better, but it is technically even better for me because I can now get up rocks and I don't have to worry about him critting me or anything like that. If he wants to go Lottie, that's okay. I do got to try and bring in my Tornadus on some attacks. That way I can get back that Regenerator. I didn't expect him to be Pursuit on this team just because he does have the combination of Tornadus and Clefable to pivot between when it comes to Lotties. But I can go out to my Keldeo, and at this point I can click Specs Hydro Pump. He goes for the Toxic with Hippo, which is fine. I guess he's anticipating or trying to defog right off the bat. So either way, I can go right for Specs Hydro Pump. It does 2-hit KO everything on his team besides Latias. Unfortunately, I do miss, so he's more than likely going to go on to go for Defog right here. I'm actually going to go out to my Torn just so I can get the Regenerator. I'm pretty confident he'll go for Defog, and I want to get the Regenerator right there. And what I can do is just go for the U-turn once again, and we are back in business. Now I can freely switch into this Latias with my Tornadus. He's going to go for the, what is it, the Draco? I don't know if he's going to go for Roost. If he has Roost, then it means he doesn't have Healing Wish, as he goes for Psyshock. So his Latias has been weakened to the point where my Keldeo does knock him out. I should be free to go for Stealth Rock right now. Yeah, I should be free to go for Stealth Rock if he wants to go on to his Superior, his Keldeo, excuse me, not Superior. That should be fine, but he decides to go Hippo yet again. So that means that I once again will be able to go out into my Keldeo and click Hydro Pump, and everything will be 2-hit KO'd. He chooses to go for Rocks this time over anything else. So like I said, everything will be 2-hit KO'd on this team, assuming I can hit. Now there is a rule when you're using Specs Hydro Pump. It's that you're not going to be able to hit 2. We already know this. We clearly know this. We 100% know this. Oh, excuse me. Chair. Stop it. Stay. Sit boy. Please just sack your Hippowdon so I can win with extra drill. I would very much appreciate that, actually. Just sack your Hippo right here. He's going to go out to his Keldeo, so he's going to let that thing get weakened, as we are able to hit the Hydro Pump. Nice, nice, nice. And, oh wow, he's actually left over his Keldeo, so that's even better for me, because I know for a fact that my Tornadus can come in. I can actually see him doubling right now into his Metagross if he wanted to. But he's going to go for Sub, alternatively. I guess that gives him multiple chances to dodge Hurricane. Yep, there's one. Pokemon. Let's see if we can miss another one. Alright, we do hit another one. Unfortunately, though, this Keldeo is here to stay. However, like, his way of beating my Superior has now been paralyzed. If I had Pursuit on my Arrow, which should be on this team, actually, because Tornadus is way too pressured by special attackers like Keldeo, I would be able to Pursuit the Tornadus right now and then put him in range of some attacks. But we're going to go for Leaf Storm right here, as he's going to go out into his Tornadus. And, I mean, part of me just wants to go for Leaf Storm again, honestly, and not wanting to mess around with this thing. That's not smart, but at the same time, I missed that Hurricane, so I'm angry. So we're going for these paras. We're going for these paras. As we get it. Nice. And now, I can click Dragon Pulse and be able to knock him out. He did say sorry, but I'm not. I went for that attack. I don't know if he has BP on this thing, because he does have, what's it called, on, I don't know if he has BP because he does have Keldeo and Clefable to check Weavile. So this could very well be a sweep. Actually, his way of beating this will probably be going Hippowdon, setting up Sand, and then doubling between stuff. Because besides that, everything goes down. This goes down to Dragon Pulse, so does Keldeo. Hippowdon obviously dies to Leaf Storm. But we were able to power through that because of the yellow color, as my boy Edgar likes to say. I was a little bit, I got annoyed and impatient just because of the Tornadus missing Hurricane. Obviously, if I didn't want to miss, I could have used Gust. But he's going to go Keldeo here. As I'm just going to go for Dragon Pulse, not risk missing the Leaf Storm versus Keldeo. Keldeo being gone is great because also my own Pokemon can land. My own Keldeo can now not risk a Speed Tie. HP Fire will be able to knock him out as he barely misses out on the KO. So now all we have left to deal with is... All we have to deal with now is Latias, Hippowdon, and Clefable. I'm actually going Extra Drill just in case he goes Clefable. Perfect. So, he's definitely going Hippo here. Like 110%. However, I think it's time we make a play. I want to predict him right there. I'm sorry if you guys hear people in the background. But he was definitely going Hippo right there. And my way of beating Hippo is... It depends on the Hippo set. He is toxic though, so I think I lose to him if he knocks me out. So I'm actually going to go for Hydro Pump right here. If he loses Hippo, he loses. However, I lose the game if I lose Keldeo. He's definitely going Latias right now, or his Clefable, because he can stall me out with the Sand. Hopefully I do hit, as we do. So we're able to knock out Latias. That's perfect. As Clefable is going to come out, and I have one more turn left to click Hydro Pump. So I'm going to lose to Hippowdon, most likely. If I had Aqua on this thing, I could have 2-hit KO'd his Hippowdon before he Toxic stalled me. That's not going to be the case. I have to go to Extra Drill right now. Yeah, I have to go Extra Drill right now. As he goes for Softball, that's fine. And I'm going for Earthquake because it hits Hippowdon harder. And I think I have to go for the flinch on... Hippo in order to win this game. So we have to go for Earthquake into Iron Head, into Earthquake to knock him out. Yeah, like I said, I have to go for this flinch right here. He's 100% going for Soft Boiled. So, we're not able to get the flinch, and, this is bad. Because I lose to Clefable if I lose Extra Drill. This is so annoying. Why couldn't I have Aqua? I should have changed it. Should have listened to my gut. Well, we still have another chance to flinch him, which is right now. We need it right now, as we are not going to get it. And now he can freely click Earthquake. Unless I get 2 flinches in a row, because we lose to Clefable if we lose Extra Drill. Alright, we'll go Aerodactyl on the Earthquake. If he wants to go for Toxic, that's fine too. He didn't have to go for Toxic right there. He lost nothing from going for Earthquake. However, I have to go for Fire Fang Burns at this point on Zapdoudon if I want to try and win, as he is going to go Clef. Alright, that's giving me another chance. I guess he was scouting for Aqua Tail. That's good, though. It's definitely good, him scouting for Aqua Tail. But we can hit him with Stone Edge, just see how much this is going to do. If he's going to go for Softball again, I'll just go out into my Extra Drill one more time, honestly. Then again, if he goes for Moonblast, it's the same situation. So I can't risk him doing that. So I have to go for the Stone Edge right here, as he does go for Moonblast, and he's going to be able to knock me out. However, he let himself be really, really low. So low, in fact, that I think Specs Keldeo can, if I beat Hippo, I can sack my Hippo to win with maybe, I can sack Extra Drill to maybe win with Specs Keldeo. Yeah, I think I can do that at this point. So the play right now is to Rabbit Spin away the rocks, waste the sand turns by going for Iron Heads, and then win with Scald. 11 into 6. No, I take 6% into 6%. I'm at 13, so I technically should be able to live. Alright, so the play right here is go for Iron Head, force him to try and go for either Earthquake or anything like that, as we do flinch him. Alright, so that stalled out one turn of sand. His Clefable is definitely in range of Specs Hydro Pump at 63%. So we do flinch him again. Oh my god, I would have rather had my other play. I would have rather had the Keldeo play if he went for Earthquake right there. But we are going to win this game because we flinched him twice. I like the other play because if he killed me, I don't know if you realized it, but if he killed me, his Clefable at 63% died to Specs. Yeah, good game, man. His Clefable at that range died to Specs Hydro Pump. So, but Extra Drill was able to flinch him at the end. I didn't want to flinch him there. I wanted to try and win the other way because it was cooler, you know, having to hit 2 Hydro Pumps. But that's, again, that is a game we play. We are at 41 minutes. I might as well do another one. You know, it is the year. My luck with Iron Head coming through at the end right there. It still would have been so much cooler to have him have to depend on the Hydro Pump than the flinches. I guess it also depended on what plays he made. If he went for Stealth Rock or Earthquake, he was okay. I don't know if you realized he was in range of Specs Hydro, but that's I like that. I like that anyway. But in any case, we're gonna look for another game, and that should be the last game to end the year for me because I will be going out tomorrow. I hope you guys all have have a safe New Year's. If you're gonna have fun, be safe. Don't be stupid. Why start off the new year, in a bad place or something? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, have fun, you horses. Tell me why is he Scarf Lando? CTC team. Anyway, Specs Keldeo gets a kill. Look who it is. Anyway, Specs Keldeo gets a kill as a lead. I click Secret Sword into a kill this. Icy HP Ice Scald. Yeah, so Keldeo's just the best lead versus him as he leads off with Lando. I do not mind that because I can just click Scald at this point. He's going to U-turn. If he goes for Earthquake to weaken me, that's fine. Now I'm all nervous. I'm going to ignore him because I'm going to be reading it. So he's going to go for U-turn as I am able to weaken him. Is Latios upon switching with that Scald. We actually get the burn early on too. Nice Pokemon, and he's actually not Mega Scizor, he's Mega Lopunny, so I could definitely see him doubling into Gengar or something right here. Gengar. I could definitely see him doubling into Garchomp if he wants to, but I don't think I lose anything. He actually didn't double, he dropped the Draco, so I don't lose anything by going out into my Tornadus, and what I am going to do is actually double into my Keldeo, anticipating him to want to go out into his Garchomp right here. Alternatively, I could go for knockoff, get the double down, and then get Serp in and kind of win. If I go for knock and he goes Landorus, I think Serp wins, but I think doubling into Keldeo is the better play, as he is going to go directly into Lopunny. Okay, to each their own. I don't mind. I do have my Hippowdon, get up the sand. Extra Drill kind of just wins as well once you get off one Iron Head on this this Landorus. So we're going to go for rocks right here. If he goes hard into Manaphy, I do have my Tornadus. He does go hard into his Latios though, as we're actually going to go for Slack Off this one turn, as he's going to reveal the Roost. So I don't think he actually has Defog on his Latios if he has Roost on it. Typically Roost Latios does not run Defog. So I'm actually going to go for Slack Off again, as he is going to go for Roost. I don't personally care. Again, Roost Latios doesn't usually run Defog. Latios doesn't typically run Defog unless it's Psyshock Roost. on this team, he should definitely be HP Fire too. Look how weak he is to certain mons. So that's such a great description, right? To certain mons. Look how weak he is to Pokemon such as, excuse me, I don't know why I said certain mons, but Pokemon such as Scizor. So I'm going to hard switch directly into my Superior. If he Ice Beams, that's fine. He goes for Scald. His resist does not exist. If I wanted to, I could be a bit aggressive and go for the HP Fire right here, predicting Scizor, but I think Leaf Storm is just a better play overall, as he ends up staying in with his Manaphy. So Manaphy is gone. I think Manaphy was like his only way of beating me. Manaphy just straight up dies. Latios will die to Dragon Pulse, so will Garchomp. Scizor is more than likely going to come out, or Landorus. Landorus can go for U-turn and pick me off. However, I can play around that a bit. Again, Landorus is being forced to take that Stealth Rock hit. I think I want to go out to Aerodactyl on the U-turn. Get off this Mega. I don't mind if his Garchomp comes in. I can spin later. I'd rather get off some damage on that thing, as he actually goes out to Scizor. Funnily enough. You know what? Even if he knocks me out with BP right here, I can go out to Keldeo after, so I don't mind sacking my Aerodactyl. That way I can bring out my Keldeo right here. And do I want to double into Tornadus? I kind of want to double into Tornadus, or go for HP Ice. Those are the two plays I want to make. I think I'm going to go for HP Ice, because he actually stays in with his Scizor. So this guy just likes to stay in with his Pokemon. To each their own, man. To each their own. Hippowdon's going to 1v1 his team anyway. So to each their own. I'm assuming he's going to go Latios now, but I lose nothing by going for Stone Edge. I lose PP by going for Stone Edge. Not necessarily nothing. Earthquake is just a better play in general, as he's not letting me weaken his Garchomp. I guess he realizes how much of a threat that that Tornadus is to him. So I'm gonna go out to my my Excadrill is to him, excuse me. I'm gonna go out to my Tornadus, as he is gonna go for Calm Mind, and we got him. So he's Roost Calm Mind. I can freely go for Knockoff right here, or I can go for U-turn. I think U-turn is actually the better play, because it will be able to knock him out. It also doesn't give Scizor the chance to BP, and I can hard switch into Excadrill right now. Excadrill forces Scizor out. Again, I didn't mind sacking Aerodactyl, as Landorus isn't going to come out. And I don't see a problem with going directly into my Tornadus. If he goes for Stone Edge or Earthquake, that's fine. He does go for Stone Edge. So we get a little bit of tryhard right here, but you do realize that that means that I kill a Pokemon with Scald. To each their own. Again, I would have went for U-turn right there just because... And he actually goes, why'd you go? If you're going to make the play to predict my Tornadus, don't just throw away your Garchomp, bro. Come on. Now I just straight up win with Excadrill. Like, legit. I straight up win with Drill. Don't be throwing away those Pokemon. Lopunny's going to come out. Double High Jump Kick won't be able to knock out my Hippowdon. It shouldn't be able to. I could be underestimating this. I could be overestimating Hippowdon right there, but... I can go for Slack Off right here, as it does not knock me out, as I said it would. And we'll see. Just Slack Off is going for the best play. I guess he could have Power Up Punch. He has Ice Punch though, so he's going for the Freeze right there, because we do know that it is slower, or you should know. Not that you don't have to know, I guess, but it is indeed weaker than what's it called? It is weaker than High Jump Kick, so I'm actually going to go out to Superior right now because it served this purpose, even if it is a ground resist, as he is going to go for Knockoff. I don't want Hippowdon getting knocked off, and what I can do right here is just go for HP Fire, just in case he decides to go out to Scizor, because I don't know if he realizes I can go right back out into Keldeo and click Spec Scald and then get my kill. He chooses to stay in with Hippo, so now he lost his Intimidate Mon, and I can just click Earthquake twice with my... I can click Earthquake with Excadrill at any given point. His Scizor is going to come out, and I can just click Hydro Pump and knock him out. I probably could click Scald too and almost knock him out at that range, if I wanted to. Probably Scald is a better play, because I will abandon BP from him. But I do land my Hydro Pump, but we are able to knock out his Scizor, as he's going to go out to Lopunny, and I don't see a reason or a problem with going on to my Hippo right here, getting up the sand, and then sacking my Keldeo. That way I can get out my Excadrill and winning the game with Earthquake. So, a few questionable plays by our opponent. I'm not going to say I question them because they worked out for him, because they might have worked out in that turn, but not in the long run. Like, for example, Calm Minding up with Latios. Please don't be Mode Breaker. Thank God. I don't know if CTC gave me this team, but that's going to be a good game. Like staying with Manaphy, for example. Manaphy was just a Pokemon that always forced out Hippo. A few aggressive doubles from our opponents could have brought that out. Staying in the BP with Scizor, going for knockoff versus Keldeo when I could just freely swip him with Excadrill. Fake out into Scizor would not have given him enough turns to like challenge my Sand. I say challenge my Sand in a way that, you know, stall 4 turns out, but I guess teach their own. That's why I didn't agree with those plays. I don't agree with these plays. But in any case, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I hope you guys all have a great new year. You know, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, party, do whatever you want, loved ones, whatever. I mean, don't do whatever you want. Like, just do what you gotta do, okay? So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And, you know, as always, love your comments, love your subscriptions, if you are sub to me, and hope you have a good one. So, later, guys.